It's always a party at Patchworks. Let's get this party started. Woot, woot. Hi, everyone. This is Julie from Patchworks, and I am so excited that you're joining us for another Must Sew TV tonight here at Patchworks. Whew. So while everyone is hopping on, this is super exciting. I can see comments. I think you can hear me. I think you can see me. This is just fabulous. So while we might have had a little bit of snow last night, you know, it kind of is still meteorological winter, we thought that today we would have a little bit of spring, and we have a brand new Patchworks exclusive 12-pack pattern for you tonight. So this is Luck of the Irish. We're going to be talking about that, and Angie from Big Bear Quilting, she was the designer of this amazing pattern. So we'll talk about that after we introduce our bundle of the week. How does that sound? So I am here in front of the controls, and with you tonight, I'll be monitoring the comments, and I'll be doing my best to answer your questions. If I would happen to miss a question that you have for me tonight, I will make sure to go back through our comments to be able to answer you afterwards. Also, if you don't feel comfortable asking in the chat, feel free to just drop me a note along the way. So we're going to get started tonight with an amazing bundle of the week. So with our bundle of the week, what we do is that we curate a collection of fat quarters for you, 12 fat quarters. Our bundles of 12 fat quarters are normally $39, and it is a special price of just $24.99. What? How awesome is that? And because you asked, we went ahead, and this week we also are offering a half stack bundle. So instead of being fat quarters, they are half yards of the same 12 beautiful fabrics, and instead of being $24.99, they are $48.98. Unbelievable. So let me switch the camera overhead, and then we can take a peek at it. All right, so isn't this great? It is so pretty, so pretty. So this is Wild Blossoms. It is highlighting some beautiful Robin Pickens fabrics. Let's see if I can make our little scrolling thing on the bottom go away. Maybe. So we may have our little scrolling thing on the bottom for a little bit tonight, but that's all right. We have lots of fun with that, so just don't mind that bottom piece there. So 12 fat quarters, what do I have to show you? Well, look at these. You have greens and blues and a little bit of yellow. So we've seen this collection through the, we've seen that collection with focusing on some pinks and purples and things like that, but we thought we would try it with some greens and blues and such. So let's take a look at them, and look at these beautiful bumblebees. Such pretty, pretty flowers. So we do still have many of these fabrics or other coordinating fabrics on the bolt. And this here, I love it. It's the flowers in a jar. Makes me think of my flower garden. So fun and springy. And then this guy here that we have in a couple different fabric ways here. Oh, so cute. So lots of different fun things that you can do with these fabrics. So once again, 12 different fabrics there, and they're available both in the fat quarter as well as the half yard stack. So let me get the link for this collection here. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to share the entire bundle of the week category with you in the comments. So remember, these are all limited edition. I put in the comments there the whole collection. And in the collection there, you also have the previous bundles that we have shared with you that we still have available for purchase. Very pretty. And I also put in there, we have 2 3-yard bundle packages that would coordinate beautifully to this. So this is from Robin Pickens as well. So we have the beautiful fuchsia and pink, and then a gorgeous white. And then we have this one as well. And so instead of being $39, they're both $29.99. Perfect for your 3-yard quilts, or you could just use them in combination with the gorgeous stacks of fabric. So, very good deal, and I thought I would share it with you. What do you think? Did we put together a pretty pack today? Is it springy? I see in the comments that people say, ooh, pretty. And we'll make sure to show this to you again right before we are done for the evening. But that is our fun bundle of the week. And while I do love spring, I also know that we need to have the proper precipitation, and living in Wisconsin, to make sure that everything can be beautiful and things like that. So I hope that winter will only last the appropriate time that it needs to last. So next up today, I think we should start talking about this beautiful quilt behind me. What do you think? So I was so excited when Angie asked me if I would like to share this pattern with you. And I thought it was so amazing. So she was inspired by our 12-pack that we showed you a couple weeks ago called Kanamara by Patrick Loos, and we'll take a peek at these fabrics again. So this is a regular priced fat stack. It is $39, and we do have fabric on the bolt as well from this collection. So let's just take a peek at these fabrics so that you can see them in their glory. And living in Milwaukee here, we have quite a St. Patrick's Day fabric following here. So we always do our best to carry a wide selection of shamrocks and green things. And this spoke to me because while there are some pieces here that are bagpipe, hat, horseshoe, beer, you know, we really are looking at Celtic knots, shamrocks, plaids, beautiful pieces that aren't too crazy, and I could see being used in a lot of different projects. I mean, look at that. That's just really cool, that texture. So this is the Kanamara. Let me get that collection link for you. Here we go. So this pattern that we're going to be walking through today, I will have as our complimentary pattern of the month. And it's complimentary whenever you stop in, or I include it with any order that is placed online. If you were interested in this, just make sure to hop in and let us know. All right, so this is the beautiful fat stack. In this quilt, we are going to be using the fat stack. We are going to be using some scrappy greens, and don't worry, we put together a green fat stack for you. And then you are going to use a white background. Now, Angie used a solid white, and in my step outs, I also used a solid white. However, this would be a really great opportunity to use a fabulous white on white, or if you wanted something that would have a little bit more zing, you could do scrappy white on whites. You could do something that was low volume. Lots and lots of different options. But for the classic look, you are just required to have solid white for your background. The cool thing about this particular pattern is that all of the cutting for the blocks is relatively easy, and you can even stack up your fat quarters because all of the 12 focus fabrics that become your shamrocks are all cut the same way. So let me just grab my little step outs here, and then I'm going to show you how easy it is to cut out and how easy this is going to be to put together. All right, let's look overhead. I don't think everything quite fits underneath the camera, but we will walk through it. And let me make this caption go away here so that we can see this a little better. All right, so, oh, I must have made an oops as I was cutting here. All right, so I just took this green fabric. It was not in the pack. I just had green fabric, and I thought it'd be great to show you. So the fat quarter, I'm just going to hold it this way. So it is 18 this way, and then this would be our width of fabric, right? That's our width of fabric, so I say approximately 20 inches. But I'm going to rotate it this way so that we can see it a little better, okay? And I do show you the cutting instruction in the pattern as well. Each fat quarter can make 3 shamrocks. Now, if you are super efficient, you can get 4 shamrocks out of this quilt, but we can guarantee that you're going to get 3. So you're going to be cutting 4.5 inch strips, 3 4.5 inch strips from your fat quarter, and then you're going to cut 2 1.5 inch strips, and you have this little bit left over. From your 4.5 inch strips, you are going to want to get a total of 9 4.5 inch squares that are going to turn into the 3 shamrock leaves, right? 3 shamrock leaves here. And then this last one, we're going to use 3 of those pieces for the base of our shamrock piece. Now you have this fabric left over, and you had these bits left over. So if you were super, super careful, you would be able to eke out a total of 4, enough to make 4 shamrocks from each fat quarter. However, I thought that was a bit ambitious, so I made sure that we wrote the instructions for just 3. All right, and then you have the 1.5 inch strips that you are going to be using for your stems, okay? So that is the cutting from each of the green fabrics, and all 12 are cut exactly the same way. So now that you're going to cut that, you cut from your background. I didn't step out how we would cut the backgrounds because I thought that would be, you have enough fabric to cut everything out that we weren't worried about how you cut it because there's ample fabric there. So you have 2 different units. You have the stem block here, and then you have this leaf block. Now this leaf block is the same, it's just rotated. So let's talk first about the stem block. So with the stem block here, from white fabric, so you're going to start with a 4.5 inch square of white that you're going to cut in half diagonally once. And then you are going to have your stem, okay? So we're going to take one of this and one of this. We're going to find our middles and attach this so it looks kind of weird when you're positioning it in. We're going to trim it down. Let me get my, we're going to have our TV magic here. So we positioned it, we pinned it, we stitched it, and it looks like that. Ooh, that was amazing. That was quick. It was like the invisible sewing machine. Then, after we have that one on, we press it, and Angie wants us to press it towards the stem. So after that is together, we're going to go on the other side, and we're going to position the second side of the triangle, just like that, on the stem. Sew it, press it back. It is going to look like this. Now here I started cutting a little bit crazy, so I do have a tiny bit of my selvage there, but no worries because it will be trimmed off. Then what you're going to do is you are going to trim that block down to 4.5 inches. After you've trimmed it down, you are going to attach a 2¼ inch square to the edge here, and you are going to draw a line and sew a line. My favorite tool for drawing that line is using that quick quarter ruler, where you just position it from edge to edge and can draw it right down the slot. I do also love my Soline ceramic lead pencils. So, sew that. Sewed it right there. Can flip it back, and you want to make sure to reduce the bulk, and there you have it. So that is your stem block. Next up, we have the leaf block, and for the leaf block, you are going to be starting with your 4.5 inch green blocks, and then we're just going to add some connector corners. Now when we're adding the connector corners, we're going to add 2 different sizes. We're going to be adding 2-inch squares on opposite ends, and then an 1.75 inch connector square right there. Okay, so how it goes is that you are going to draw your lines, stitch your lines, you trim off the excess after you make sure it works, and then you're going to take the smaller square and you are going to draw your line, stitch, and flip, and that is going to look like that. So then you have your 3 beautiful pieces here, and you just combine it with your stem block, and you'd assemble that in 9-patch fashion. How simple is that? Super fun, super simple, easy peasy. So you have all of these different blocks together to make this quilt. So if you make 3 from each of your 12 fat quarters, you can get a total of 36 beautiful shamrocks here. If you would be ambitious, you could get a total of 48 to set it for a 6x7 set and use 42, or you could make several table runners. That'd be a great table runner if you did 3 across. You could make placemats, you could make wall hangings, so many options. So for the lattice here, or the sashing, these are all 2.5 inch strips. So Angie had gone ahead and used a whole bunch of different scrappy greens. We went ahead and put a bundle together where we have some substitutions. We used as many possible as we could of what she had used, but we have 12 gorgeous fabrics that are green that go together. Let me show you what these look like. And these are available in the store, or I also put them online in the Kanamara collection. So $39 fat quarter, an excellent stash builder here. You will have ample fabric for making that sashing. Super simple. I mean, if you had wanted to, you absolutely could cut all the different squares out, 2.5 inch squares out, and put them together. But she wrote really great instructions for how to chain piece those and put those together. So super fun. And then you'll just go ahead and bind it after all of your pieces are together. So, any questions on that? Instructions are great. Pattern is complimentary. We have both fat stacks available for purchase, and let us know if you would like us to put a kit together for you. If you were wanting to grab the background for that right away, let me just quick grab this. So it would be 2 yards of your white and 3/4 for binding. Backing, if you finish it a 6x6 set, that'll be 62 inch square, and you'll want 4 yards of fabric. If you went ahead and you were super efficient and you got all 4 from each fat quarter, done, you would be able to, it would be a 6x7 and that would be 62x72. That 4 yards would work for you as well. If you weren't sure, you could go ahead and buy 10 yards. All right, so, and the size of the square, Barb wants to know the size of the square is 8-inch finished. So it will measure 8.5, but it's an 8-inch finished square. Any other questions? All right, I'll be monitoring the comments as well throughout. So I hope you enjoy it. I think that it's a really fabulous and clever way for making a shamrock and super fun. We have some other St. Patrick's Day inspiration fabrics that I would like to show you. And let me grab the link for, I don't have a link for you, so I won't show you a link for that. But I have more St. Patrick's Day inspiration. So I have some gnomes, I have some pots of gold, I have some other shamrocks. Let me know if you were wanting some of these more whimsical fabrics put together in a fat stack for you, because there's lots of time to still put together some great fabric combinations. So we have Three's a Charm. That is a bright collection from Kim Schaefer. Nice, gorgeous, bold, vibrant colors. We have the Timeless Treasure Leprechaun Gnomes back in stock. This is just a fabric that just keeps on giving. We had it last year, I believe, and it was so amazing. We went ahead and got it again for this year. With Kim's fabrics, there's a combination of coordinates that go along with it, and there's a combination of black background or white background fabrics, and this is the pot of golds with rainbow and shamrocks on a black background. And then some fun other gnomes and the green truck instead of the red barn truck. Lots of fun stuff. And any of these could also be amazing to back the quilt. Look at that. Ooh. I think we might have just 4 yards left, so one person could use it to back their quilt. And then I have one Celebrate the Season March panel from Hoffman. So we had a whole series of these. I don't know if you remember, but it's this very large digitally printed panel from Hoffman. Super cool. You have the traditional 24-inch repeat panel, and then it has coordinate fabric printed next to it. So you could simply back this and be a gorgeous door banner, or you could simply use the different elements, and this is a beautiful tossed shamrock print. So I think we have one of them left, and the price on it that we have is $14.99, and it's about 1 3/4 yards piece. So it is quite a great value here for this fabric. And if you have someone in your life or you like to make door panels for yourself, this is a really quick, easy, fun option for you. What else do I have to share with you today? Oh my goodness, you're going to be so excited. We have gotten in the Old Glory fabric from Lella Boutique. So the Old Glory fabric, we've had people ask about this for what seems like months. And I'm sure, actually it probably has been months that people have been asking about this. I'm going to include the link to the collection here. So last week, if you were watching, I showed you our pre-cuts that we had in stock, and we got the yardage and we were able to cut bundles. And I also have more details on some of the patterns. I was able to put all the patterns that I showed you in our, so everything's working. It's on the front page of our website. It's in the links, all the good stuff. So you have all of the information, and I have a printout here as well that I can share with you. So for pre-cuts, as a reminder, we have mini charms, charms, jelly rolls, honey buns, and layer cakes. And we have made our own custom cuts of half-yard towers of the whole collection and fat quarter tower. So I'm going to go ahead and show you all of the different fabrics that are in this collection. There are 27 different fabrics that are traditional yard goods, and then we have a panel, and then we have one of those faux patchwork 60-inch wide pieces. So let's take a peek overhead. All right, so Old Glory. Look at these dots, it's so great. So we have the gray, blue, red with white background. And it's Americana, but it's muted, so it's very now colors, very urban farmhouse-ish. Really pretty. Lala Boutique. I know this one's going to sell out probably as quick as our strawberry lemonade has been selling. Here we go. Super pretty. So the half yard stack is $175.50, and the fat quarter stack is $87.75. We also have a panel, Sweet Land of Liberty, and let me show that to you. That one is really nice. So this is a yard panel, screen printed. Let me see if I can back up without falling over anything. Sweet Land of Liberty, okay, and I'll show you a couple project inspiration. Oh, this way. Project inspirations here for you to use that. And then the faux patchwork here. So this is $58.60. If you wanted it to be a true wide back, you'd get twice, so it would go up to, I wouldn't say 120, but 118 inches after you piece it. You could simply grab this and quilt it up as a throw or duvet cover, or this would be awesome. I think this would make an awesome back for something. And I love it. It's so fun. So fun. This is $14.96 a yard. And we have 2 bolts of it, but I know it's going to go quick. So you're going to want to scoop it up sooner than later if that was something you were interested in. So let's take a peek at the patterns that we brought in and talk about how we can use them. Also, if you had wanted any of these kitted, let me know. I'd be more than happy to kit them for you. We've already kitted a couple for customers that had been drooling over them for weeks because they had been looking at social media and things. So first up, we have the Miss Americana, which is a flag quilt. This finishes 65 by 72, and you would want to use fat quarters. You could use a honey bun instead of the fat quarters for the stripes, but you still would need larger pieces for the flag pieces, okay? So that's where the honey bun can just be really, really helpful, and that's 1.5 inch strips, okay? So that's why we've got them in. This one, the grand finale, this is 78-inch square. And this is fat quarters, charm pack, and yardage. Let me know if you need any of the details. I have all of the details available for how much background is required. For the panel that I showed you, the Sweet Land of Liberty, this is a really great option for finishing a panel, and it could be used for your favorite panel at home as well. So this is for a 36-inch panel, not a 24-inch panel. And this calls for a layer cake and then a little bit extra fabric, some white fabric, some inner border, sawtooth star point print binding fabric. So this has for you have some pieced cornerstone blocks on this pattern. And her patterns are all $10 a piece. Fracture. This one finishes 60 by 72. You're going to be using either 15 fat quarters or 30 fat eighths. So if you had, we had not cut any fat eighth towers of this. We just cut the fat quarter and half yard towers because, you know, you probably want more. You probably don't just want some fat eighth tower. You want more because it's so pretty. And then we have modern herringbone. Now this particular one doesn't match the fabric. However, I saw on my sell sheets. Oh goodness. It's talking to me now. Here we go. My sound just came on. Who knows? You can just hear me from everywhere. All right, so I'm going to peek overhead here so that we can see if I can show you what that modern herringbone looks like. Okay, so it's really cool when I get to see all the different information for how to put these things together. All right, then I have, I think that was it. I just got distracted. Okay. So Cindy's so excited. Lori's excited. Everybody's excited about that. So let me know if you need any help. Otherwise, it is live on the website, and we have it in store. We're going to be putting it on the shelves tomorrow morning. So really, really fun. Super excited about that line. What else do I have to show you today? Today was Solux Pouch Club Day. What does that mean? Well, if you follow along on the Moda stuff, they have been playing with these Solux pouch patterns. We have a few of them sampled and hanging in the front of our store. And even though we haven't been making all of them, we have been carrying the patterns. And I was really excited that we got a bunch of the patterns back in. So, and on top of that, we also put together today a collection on the website so that you can just look and peek and choose those things. So let me get that link for you for the Pouch Club. Dun, 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 Pouch Club. So today's Tiny Tulips. And I put together some really fun things that I thought would be great if you were wanting to make those pouches. All right, so here is my Pouch Club basket. So this is the Tiny Tulips pouch pattern. Isn't it cute? Super, super cute. Love the tulips. I think they also kind of look like cat heads. So that is really fun. And if you wanted them to be cat heads, you could either skip the stems, or you could have them be like cat heads dancing on flowers. So that could be fun if you just like embroidered little eyes, nose, and little mouth. I think that'd be little whiskers. Kind of cute. Okay, so this is the pattern of the month. And I put together some things because on their blog post that they posted today with Moda, they were suggesting the Dandy Duo. That's what they used for some of these flowers. And the Dandy Duo is super pretty, but I thought the Strawberry Lemonade could be really, really fun. So you can use a charm pack for making the flowers, and then for your stems, if you chose different greens, you could have different stems on each of them. I think that'd be really cool because there's enough greens in there to make that happen. So if you chose this fabric, you're going to need a charm for your zippers, right? So I thought it'd be super fun to use the Solux Pouch Club Shrinky Dink kind of zipper pulls. So in this particular one, it has 8 fun zipper pulls in there, so that's really cool. I thought the pumpkin zipper would go really nice with that. I put that in the collection for you. And I thought, you absolutely could use the Essex linen that they had used in, or crossweave here in this, but I thought, wouldn't it be fun to do something really bright and cheery? So I put in the collection, I put the coral Essex linen in there. Thought that was fun. And then I thought, if you were looking for thread, this is color, let me look here, color 76. And I pulled out, because I wanted to share with you, even though I love, love, love the Aurifil thread, using the Metrazine polyester thread can be great when you're working with pouches and zippers and purses and things, because it is stronger than the cotton thread. If you wanted to be more elegant, you could absolutely use the Sally Tomato, and that is the antique metal coils, and they really aren't metal, they just look like metal. So we have this in the coil. See, ooh, that's elegant. And the zipper pulls, that is metal, okay? Just like all the other zipper pulls. But this is actually a nylon coil that just looks like it's metal. And those are, because our purse area has been growing, and pouch supplies, our hardware, since all of that has been growing, that is actually over by that smaller cutting table by the book wall. So it's on the little spinny thing with the marking utensils. And also we have the Bianni bag bottoms on that spinny thing. So sometimes people don't realize that we have that whole extra set of hardware that we carry because, well, it's just not right next to the other stuff. So that is that right there. I also thought it might be fun to put in, if you wanted to be super springy, we have a couple more of the Easter charms, so that's kind of fun. And then next month's pouch, if you wanted to be ahead and ready for the game, the March pouch is the Spring Posy Pouch, Spring Posy Pouch, and we do have those in stock as well. So let me know if I can help you with any of those. Lots of fun, and we are just excited to play along with all of their fun options that they have. All right, so what else do we have in store? Whew. I just wanted to share with you, in case if you missed it last week, that we did get in that new Alexander Henry Ghastly fabric. I'm just going to set this down, and then I'm going to pull the Alexander Henry, just a couple of the pieces to show you, because, you know, that fabric does have a cult following, and I want to make sure that you knew that we had it in case if you were waiting for it. Or maybe you didn't know you were waiting for it, and then you're just going to see it and say, oh, I need that. That's always my favorite. And I still have, I've had a lot of takers, but I still have a few of those pieces for my personal stash. So for customers who are buying $50 or more of this ghastly fabric, I will be including a couple of fat eighths of vintage blenders from my personal stash for you. So love, love, love. This is ghastly hairdos and don'ts. Always love those little fun, whimsical, smiling faces. And then we have the signature piece from this line is a Ghastly Hex. And that is, it's an homage to those who like to participate in the yarn arts. Super fun. So several different colors. We have all of them in stock here right in the front of our shop. Also online available for purchase. I will get that link for you. And we do have the wanted men in stock as well. Gotta love those men, right? We have customers who use pin-up men on the back of all of their quilts. It's just really fun. I love to see how everyone uses different things. All right, so that is our Alexander Henry there. And last but not least, I just want to share a couple of other great bundles that we've been putting together, because we have had everyone be super excited about all the great things that we're putting together. So we just have been chopping up and folding more and more and more and more and more. So this next section is called More Bundles. So we have our Easter bundle. I might have shown this to you last week, and I have it, this one, as a value bundle that I've included in our Fat Quarter Bundle deals. Regularly $39. We're going to be offering this one for $24.99. The other ones I'm going to be showing you are regular price, but this one is a bonus bundle since we're celebrating all of the spring holidays. So we have some super cute chicks, some yellow tonal, some salmons, some hearts, dots. Really fun, vibrant, springy fabrics. And I love these little carrots and turnips. Aren't they adorable? I think they're adorable. Super cute. Little mini stripe. And then these super cute little rabbits with glasses. I mean, come on. Who doesn't need something made with rabbits with glasses? And they're eating carrots. Well, maybe the ones wearing glasses weren't eating all their carrots. I had carrots for lunch today. I made myself some carrot sticks. They were very tasty. So when you make your carrot sticks, do you, like when you're making them, do you always like end up eating more than, like, it's like, okay, I'm making one for the bucket, and then one for me, one for the bucket, one for me. I'm like, I gotta stop doing that so I have a lunch today, right? All right, what other bundles do I have for you? I have some other fun ones. This one here, Delivered with Love. This is a really fun spring line. We have a 3-yard quilt in the store made of this fabric. It's been super popular. We've been reordering it, and we put together this great combination since it is such now colors, and it has these great elephants in there, and elephants are very trendy. So super cool. So you have the dark blue, you have the salmon, you have this citron, and then you have this lighter tealy green here, bluey green. So that is Delivered with Love. Two more. I have the Woodland Friends. So woodland, this theme is super, super hot still. So we've been reordering a bunch of these fabrics. And so this is a curated collection that goes across different combinations. So this is, I believe, Timeless Treasures. Love those baby woodland creatures. We put some grunge and some thatched with it. Some Dear Stella blenders. Love this one. Look at that baby Hedgie. Isn't he so cute? And then a different scale of baby Hedgie. Dear Stella Moonscape there. Just lots of, so it's a combination here of your lights and your darks. Something like this would be one that you would put together if you weren't necessarily using, you know, if you just wanted to use your 12 fat quarters and like making a yellow brick road or something where you don't have sashing or something. So we have that combination of lights and darks. A lot of times we include something that would be obvious that you'd add a background to, potentially, but sometimes you want a cohesive pack where you have your light, medium, and dark all together so that you can just use this set to make a project, because you know you aren't going to be making anything super big. All right, and then last but not least, I have a fun collection here. This is the Fresh Baked Fat Stack. So this is, I also have I should have shown you this, I have a apron of this collection as well. Really interesting retro, but very trendy right now, and would be great for making some great kitchen accessories. This is a really fun print here. Life is short, make it sweet. Give me some sugar. I sugarcoat everything. Baked with love. So lots of great fun things. Some measuring cups, some nice blenders here. This is from P&B Fabrics. Great line here. We have yardage available, and we also have that coordinating apron panel that you can whip up into an apron there. So really, really nice different collections here that I have for you. So is there anything else I can tell you today? Well, we are going to be participating in the Fab Shop Blowout online sale, which starts online on Monday the 19th. There's going to be some special deals on our website, and then it'll continue in store all week through the 19th. So there'll be some additions to our clearance, and there will be some additional markdowns on a select portion of our clearance fabrics. So some things that have been on sale for a while might be a little bit better of a deal. So you'll want to check that out. And that section will pop on our website on Monday, and then you'll be able to shop all of that in store Tuesday through the week. So that'll be fun. Any questions for me? I'm just going to do a quick recap of our bundle of the week. Remember, this week we added the option of a half yard stack because Some of you thought that a fat quarter just wasn't enough. So we chose the Wild Blossom theme, so nice and springy. Beautiful fabrics here. Ooh, ah, oh, so pretty. One is prettier than the next. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Available in the fat quarter size or the half yard size. We have in the Old Glory collection by Lella Boutique. We have the panel, we have all the bolts, we have the larger cheater panel. Luck of the Irish, featuring the Kanamara fat stack as well as the Green Stash Builder fat stack. This is our new 12-pack pattern of the month, and it's a Patchworks exclusive designed by Angie. Yay! I would like to thank you all so much for joining me this week. I had so much fun. I hope you had fun too. If I missed a question that you had, if I didn't spot it, I'll go back and check out the comments. Or if you needed to ask me something offline, feel free to throw in an email to me or give us a call or stop in. I hope you have a very happy rest of your Thursday or whenever it is that you're watching us. Happy quilting. We'll see you soon, and we'll see you online next week, Thursday night.